A red carpet moment that shook the world. Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo's unforgettable Fashion Week appearance. The red carpet at International Fashion Week has always been a stage for elegance, luxury, and glamour. Every year, fans anticipate the jaw-dropping gowns, the sleek tuxedos, and the dazzling appearances of the world's most beloved stars. But nothing, absolutely nothing, could have prepared the audience for what unfolded in 2025, when Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo appeared together, side by side, in a moment so unexpected that it instantly froze time. It wasn't just an appearance. It was history in the making. The shock of the night. When Lee Min-ho stepped onto the carpet, cameras already erupted in a frenzy. Dressed in a flawless black suit, he looked every inch the global superstar that fans across Asia and the world had come to adore. His presence was commanding yet understated, exuding a quiet confidence that only a true A-lister could carry. But then, gasps filled the air. Song Hye Kyo appeared. She wore a dazzling silver gown that shimmered like liquid light under the flashing bulbs. The crowd, accustomed to seeing stars in glamorous outfits, nevertheless found themselves stunned. There was something ethereal about her presence, an aura of timeless grace. And then it happened. Lee Min-ho extended his arm. Song Hye Kyo took it. In that instant, the venue descended into chaos. Photographers screamed, reporters tripped over one another for a better angle, and fans who had been casually watching were suddenly on their feet, screaming, crying, and recording on their phones. The atmosphere felt electric, as if the entire red carpet had transformed into a movie set where reality blurred with fantasy. People later described it as a moment where the world seemed to stop. Fashion Week 2025 would be remembered not for the collections or the designers, but for the sight of Korea's most iconic actor and its most legendary actress walking side by side. The global ripple effect. What happened on the carpet did not stay on the carpet. Within minutes, the footage had spread across every major social platform. TikTok exploded with fan edits, pairing clips of Min-ho's calm, princely stride with Hye Kyo's elegant movements. Videos of them glancing at each other, even for a split second, racked up millions of views in hours. Some fans added dramatic Kdrama soundtracks to the footage, turning it into scenes straight out of a romance series. Instagram became a living art gallery. Fans began creating posters, fan art, and collages, treating the two as if they were the ultimate power couple. One particularly viral fan edit showed them photoshopped in wedding attire with the caption, "Is this a sneak peek into our future?" Twitter, X, turned into a battlefield of theories. Was this PR? Was it a teaser for a drama? Or was it something more? Hashtags like hashtag Min-ho Hye Kyo, hashtag Red Carpet Royalty, and hashtag Fashion Week Legends began trending in multiple countries simultaneously. International media outlets were just as captivated. Publications in Paris, Milan, New York, and Tokyo ran headlines declaring this the moment of the century. Fashion journalists, who were supposed to be reporting on the collections, instead devoted entire articles to dissecting the chemistry between the two stars. The moment had gone global. It was no longer just about a red carpet appearance. It had become a cultural event. Fashion as a language. Of course, in Fashion Week, clothes are never just clothes. They are statements. Lee Min-ho's black suit was praised as a masterstroke of classic elegance. Fashion critics noted its tailoring, rumored to be from an elite European house, was deliberately minimalist, powerful without being flashy, designed to emphasize Min-ho's natural charisma. He looked like a modern-day prince, one critic wrote. Song Hye Kyo's silver gown, on the other hand, was pure poetry. The gown flowed like water, with shimmering fabric that caught the light in a way that made her appear almost celestial. Reports later revealed that the dress was a custom-made couture piece, valued at an astronomical sum. But beyond its price tag, it was the symbolism that captured attention. Timeless beauty, strength wrapped in grace. And together, their looks told a story. Black and silver, masculine and feminine, bold and soft. Fashion journalists quickly pointed out that their outfits seemed perfectly complementary, like yin and yang. Was this coincidence? Or was it a deliberate coordination between their stylists? The possibility that the two stars had coordinated their appearances set off even more speculation. If it was intentional, it worked. They weren't just stylish individually. They were iconic together. Fans react. Is this a wedding trailer? For fans, The shock quickly transformed into uncontainable joy. Social media was overflowing with emotional reactions. "I don't care if this is PR. They look perfect together. This feels bigger than Fashion Week. This feels like destiny. Forget clothes. This looked like a wedding preview." K-drama fans, in particular, felt like their wildest dreams had come true. For years, many had imagined Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo starring in a drama together. The red carpet moment felt like a real-life crossover event, two universes colliding in the most magical way possible. The energy wasn't confined to Korea. Fans in China, Japan, Southeast Asia, Europe, and even the Americas joined the frenzy. Non-Korean audiences who had never followed K-drama before suddenly found themselves captivated. They Googled the pair, shared videos, and speculated about what this all meant. Theories and speculations. When celebrities appear together, especially in such dramatic fashion, there are always theories. And this time, the internet had plenty. A new drama teaser. Many fans speculated that this was all a carefully crafted publicity stunt for an upcoming K-drama. The subtle chemistry, the elegance, and the timing at Fashion Week, it all seemed too perfect. A luxury brand campaign. Others suggested this might be part of a major global campaign. With their influence, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo could easily serve as brand ambassadors for the world's most prestigious fashion houses. Walking together might have been the teaser for a billion-dollar endorsement. The beginning of a real romance. And then there were those who dared to believe this wasn't business at all. The way they interacted, the gentle smiles, the natural ease, the way Hye Kyo's hand rested on Min-ho's arm, felt far too organic to be scripted. Could this be more than PR? Could this be love? Their silence in the aftermath only deepened the mystery. Neither Lee Min-ho nor Song Hye Kyo released a statement. And sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. A global phenomenon. The power of this appearance lies not only in the fashion or the speculation, but in its global impact. Fashion magazines in Paris compared it to the most iconic Hollywood red carpet couples of all time. Media outlets in New York called it the highlight of the entire season. In Milan, critics dubbed it a love letter to style and chemistry. Even outside entertainment, the story spilled into mainstream news. Morning talk shows in the US and Europe replayed the footage. Online communities debated its meaning. Analysts noted that this was a moment where Korean entertainment once again demonstrated its global reach. What made it so special was that it merged three worlds into one. The fashion world, the drama/entertainment world, the fan world. Together, these forces created a phenomenon that transcended culture and geography. The big question, what comes next? And now, everyone is asking the same thing, what's next? Will Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo announce a drama project together? Will a luxury brand unveil a campaign starring them both? Or is this the beginning of a romance that the world will watch unfold? The lack of answers makes the anticipation even greater. Entertainment journalists are scrambling for clues. Fans refresh their feeds every hour. And industry insiders whisper that if this turns into a project, drama or film, it would instantly become the most anticipated release of the decade. Why this moment matters. What makes this appearance unforgettable is not just the glamour. It's the story it tells. For years, fans had dreamed of seeing these two icons side by side. They had admired them separately, Min-ho as the charming prince of modern K-dramas, Hye Kyo as the timeless queen of elegance. But together, it always felt like an impossible fantasy. Fashion Week 2025 changed that. Suddenly, the dream was real. It was unexpected, beautiful, and a little mysterious, everything people love about celebrity culture. It was the kind of moment that reminds fans why they follow stars in the first place. Because sometimes, life really does feel like a drama. Closing thoughts. When the lights dimmed and the red carpet cleared, people were left with one memory etched into their minds. Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo walking together, looking like they stepped out of a dream. Fashion Week will move on. Designers will reveal new collections. Trends will rise and fade. But this image, this perfect collision of style, charisma, and mystery, will linger. It wasn't just an appearance. It was history.